It was, I think, about 1973.
So quite a long time ago. And what did you pay for the painting then?
£50.
£50.
Yes. King's ransom. Absolutely.
Well, that's a happy price to pay. Now, the valuation that I'm going to give you now is not a life changer, I have to say. This is not what the market is particularly keen on at the moment. So I'm going to put a valuation of £5,000 on it.
Right, yeah.
But hang on, at least we've moved on from £50.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
She can hang with pride in her sitting room.
Yes, she will indeed. She will indeed. That's lovely.
The first of the 3 pictures we chose has been accepted as a genuine work by Philip Mercier. But what about Lance Miller's picture, known as the Old General, and believed to be by German artist Adolf von Menzel? I've been trying to find out where Lance's grandfather, Erich Renkewitz, acquired the painting in 1947, and Lance thinks there might have been a connection to a museum in Cologne called the Wallraf-Richartz Museum. From what I can see, the museum was so badly damaged during the war, very few records survive, frustratingly. There are several records, though, that reveal more about Lance's grandfather. That he ran a factory which produced a product to deal with rust. He was succeeded by his wife, his English wife, Irene, as CEO in 1946. He was able to continue to run his factory during the war. He had stayed on the right side of the political system. He would have been subject to what was called the denazification process after the war. He would have had to give a statement of his conduct during those war years to the Allies. It can be fascinating, if, in this case, a little unsettling, when you start to dig down into the history of a picture, and sometimes you can find out more about a previous owner than the painting itself. With our research throwing up more questions than answers, back in Berlin, Bendor and owner Lance have arranged to meet Claude Kaisch, one of the world's leading experts on the work of Adolf von Menzel. He's been studying photographs of the Old General, and he's offered to share his initial impressions of the painting.
Have you formed an opinion already, or not?
Es ist sehr pathetisch. Es ist, ich glaube, ziemlich genau gemalt. Es hat etwas Theatralisches, was zu Menzel nicht gut passt.
I'm going to ask this with some trepidation, but in all your years of studying Menzel pictures, have you come across any fakes?
Natürlich sehr viele, sehr, sehr viele. Es gibt auch überraschend viele Bilder, die auf den ersten Blick überhaupt nicht nach Menzel aussehen und die trotzdem auch Zeichnungen, viele, viele Zeichnungen, die trotzdem mit Menzels Namen signiert sind, nur nicht von ihm.
That's probably not the answer we were looking for.
Not really, but
But you never know.
we have an answer, perhaps.
Well, I don't know. Maybe the power of the painting when you see it in the flesh, because photographs don't always do everything.
Ja, natürlich.
Would you look at the painting in the flesh for us?
Ja.
That would be lovely.
Claude Kaisch is reserving his final judgment, so our research continues. And we've made another fascinating discovery about Lance's grandfather, Erich Renkewitz, that we felt we should share. Our German researcher has located his denazification file, and it contains a sworn statement he made about his efforts to save a Jewish employee, Richard Schrenk, from the clutches of the Gestapo.
Mr. Schrenk is the
Jewish employee.
Jewish employee of his factory.
Exactly.
During the war, okay.
Okay, this rings bells.
Have you heard this name?
Yeah, Herr Schrank was the foreman, close family friends of my grandfather.
And I also have a translation here.
Oh, great, thank you.
So you can have a look.
There's a particularly pertinent line here that he's saying how he had to put his own neck on the line just to protect this employee of your family who happened to be Jewish. Your grandfather also says he had to give as a sort of a guarantee his entire fortune for the flawless behavior of the whole Schrank family. So your grandfather actually did, by the look of it, quite a serious amount on behalf of Mr. Schrank and his family, and saved them from the Gestapo.
Well, forgive me that we're here to chase a painting, but this is more meaningful to me. Really, whoa, sorry.
Well, it does actually put it into perspective, doesn't it?
Whoa, sorry.
That's all right. These things can come as a...
Oh, they just hit me like, I don't know where that came from. his worldly goods
Yeah.
to the protection of another man.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
It's quite extraordinary how the trail of a painting, a piece of canvas, can lead you back into your own family's history like that.
This is remarkable because it shows about the man. This is real life to me. Whilst I love the painting and we'll keep it for a very long time, this is a lot more meaningful to me, I have to say, Ben. Love it.
Although our research has revealed much about Eric Renkvitz, the grandfather Lance never knew, we haven't turned up anything about the origins of the painting. And as we feared, there may be a simple explanation. After examining the old general in person, Claude Keisch has contacted us to say that his initial suspicions have been confirmed, and the painting is a very clever forgery, possibly created in the 1920s or 30s. The signature, he feels, is a particular giveaway. The top of the A is just not round enough to be Menzel's hand. Back in Philip's gallery, we've all gathered together to take stock of developments.
I had high hopes for the General, but it looks as though he may have been deceiving us.
I know. The Menzel expert, Claude Keisch, felt that the characterization wasn't quite right, that the picture was almost a bit too theatrical for Menzel.
And as far as the provenance goes, we've hit a dead end. I mean, everything that could have helped us in terms of archives and attributions in catalogues, it's all been destroyed during the Second World War.
With that lack of documentation from that time period, it's always going to raise questions, I think, in an expert's minds, because it's the perfect smokescreen for a faker to pass the work off.
So far, one painting has been turned down and one has been proved genuine, which leaves us with one last picture, portrait of a child, attributed to Willem de Kooning.
I have to